Classic rock default. That was the Doobie Brothers from the Captain and Me album, Dark Eyed Cajun Woman. Hey, we've got some guests here in the studio today, a band called Foggy, Maine. You guys are from where?
We are from Westminster, Maryland, and Carroll County, good old Carroll County, farm country. And we're Foggy May. Thanks for having us on the show.
Oh, no problem. Now, you want to introduce yourselves, please?
Okay, I'm Ben O'Brien. I play guitar in the band, also little vocals.
I'm Reed Rhodes. I play the percussion in this segment of our musical career right now, and I play drums when we normally play, and I do a little bit of singing.
Yeah, and I'm David, and I'm the lead singer, and I play bass, but right now I'm playing 12-string acoustic. And Reed, can you hold this real quick?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, he's pulling something out now. This could be scary.
For those of you who don't know,
today is Mike's birthday, and we thought it suiting that we get you something for your birthday.
Thanks,
We had to stop at CVS on the way here.
All right, you didn't have to. Hey, man, I got a giant Slim Jim, man. All right.
Yeah, no problem.
Lunch.
Yeah, there you go.
These guys will learn real quick. Radio guys live on pizza and donuts, man. And a Slim Jim, that's like, appreciate it very much.
No problem.
Now, you guys, we came across you when you did the Battle of the Bands for
Yogi Bear.
at the Yogi Bear Campground, for the Hagerstown School of Rock, and you guys won the competition. It was very close. The second place band, I don't know if you guys know, was only 1 point behind you guys.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it was that close. But your two bands were like so far ahead of everybody else. But we appreciate having you guys in here, and that was part of winning the competition, was to get you in here, give you a little experience being on the air, being interviewed, and getting your music out there, man.
Absolutely.
So explain, how'd you guys get together?
Well,
Ben and I,
yeah.
we played basketball together for like 2 years, 2 or 3. And one of the first years we played, my dad walked up to him and said, "Hey, I heard you play guitar." And he came over to my house one day, and he brought his guitar, and we jammed for a few hours. But it turns out, this was like 4 or 5 years ago, when like that big storm hit. He came over during that storm, like the beginning of it, and he was stuck at my house for 4 days.
Man,
So we got some work done.
wow.
We didn't even know each other.
And then Ben came to me and was like, "Hey, I'm in this band. Do you want to join?" And I was like, "Sure." And then I always showed up to Ben's house to play, but Reed wasn't there the first few times because his mom wouldn't let him come because he forgot to brush his teeth.
Now, that's a story I've never heard before. I mean, I've heard about parents saying, no, you can't go play with those guys, but never heard that one.
Well, there's a first for everything.
There you go. All right, so now you guys write your own material?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yes,
How about giving us one?
Okay.
All
Here
right,
we go.
let's do
This
it.
is a reggae tune. It's called Darien. Here we go.
I saw this girl one day at a grad party. We both had some beers and I was about to steer, but she told me to stay. On the ground we lay, and then I felt a nudge. No way, dude, this girl's my crush.
Oh, she said to me. 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 Oh, she said to me.
And soon I picked her up in a freaking truck, and I was nervous as hell. I hope she couldn't tell, but I eased up a bit. But I'm an idiot, cause I didn't bust a move. It's hard to do when you're not smooth, but what's not to like? This girl is just my type, and now I'm behind the mic. I know I can't be shy, so I will tell you all her favorite seasons fall, and that's about the end. My name is Benjamin.
Oh, she said to me. 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 Oh, she said to me.
All right, sounds good. That was the one you guys opened with too, wasn't it?
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think I made the crack about white guys playing reggae, man. Didn't expect
yeah,
that
you
today.
did.
But yeah, it was really good, man.
Thanks.
Sounds good.
That was about a girl Ben likes.
Well, of course,
Yeah,
every
you didn't need
every
to bring that
song
up.
has a story. You know, that's one of the cool things about writing. Now, do all three of you write, or
A little bit.
Yeah. Usually either me or David will bring an idea to the table, or we'll just jam on something and we'll just
See what
it
happens.
never turns out the way one person intends. We always put our own mark on it, so
that's normal?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what you normally come up with and then what you end up with sometimes
Right.
are so far apart. You just stand there and you just go like, "Oh crap, man!" You know, any musician that's been involved with songwriters. Now, I mean, I was lucky enough. I was in a band in the '90s where there were 4 of the 5 guys in the band that were songwriters. So we threw a lot of ideas at each other, and like you say, sometimes they work, sometimes they don't, and sometimes somebody else says, "Hey, they throw a spin on it, and it creates a whole different song."
Yeah, and sometimes we get discouraged because, like, the first time that we put something together, or when one of us brings a song idea to the table, like, we get discouraged if it doesn't sound like Bohemian Rhapsody right away. But, like, when we work at it, like, even the most simple idea, like, one of our songs that we're going to play for you called Crack Coconut, it just started out with, like, this 2-chord riff, and then it slowly evolved. Like, we didn't think anything was going to come out of it, and then it just slowly evolved into this awesome song.
Even with the songs we've already like written, we'll still go back and like change up like a ton of like the arrangement and like maybe add a like little lick somewhere, maybe like another breakdown somewhere, and it changes the whole feel of the song. It's kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is a lot of that works. The thing is, sometimes though you have to be careful you don't overdo it.
Mm.
When you know it in here, inside that's it, don't mess with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The band that I'd been in, our rhythm guitar player wrote this song, and we played it really fast. And I told him one time, I said, "Let's cut the speed in half." And he's like, "We don't need a slow song." I said, "Cut the speed in half." When we did, it actually made the song more powerful.
Mm-hmm.
So we left it that way, and he was just totally flabbergasted by it. I said it was just one simple suggestion: just slow it down, cut the speed, and you'd be surprised what happens with it. So now, you guys are all you're still teenagers yet, right?
right.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I believe one of you is still in high school,
Yes,
That's
Reed,
me.
our
Here.
drummer, he's a senior.
Yeah.
and you're skipping school today.
We actually had off today in Carroll County.
Rosh
Damn. See, you'd be able to go back and tell your teachers, well, the reason I was off today was because we had to go do this, and
That'd
it's
be
a
pretty awesome.
learning experience thing.
Yeah. This is more important anyways.
Hopefully we got
Yeah.
people out there from my school listening in on this, so
Yeah.
that's cool that we got off.
Well, you would have been here anyway, so
Yeah.
even if it would have been in school.
We wouldn't have missed this.
Well, that's cool. So now, you guys have been together now for what, about 2 years? You said.
4 or 5 now.
4 or 5.
yeah.
5, yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
We were
old
babies.
timers.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
most bands don't last that long.
Ben and I were actually together in like daycare, right?
Apparently, we were together in daycare. I don't remember it.
He says he remembers me playing on some pots and pans.
And I was like, "You're pretty good. We should start a band someday." And then here we are. So
Yeah, well, the man on the pots and pans waiting for you to pick up a guitar.
yeah,
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is we've been together for like 4 or 5 years, but like we're just now starting to figure out how we all gel together, like when we write and how we all play together musically. So it just goes to show that like you just can't throw people together and expect them to like gel and be a good combination.
You
Sometimes
can't.
it
You're right.
takes
You can't.
time, and like we're all best friends and we all love each other, and like we all
We're still
We're-
figuring it out.
yeah,
Like,
we're not only bandmates, but we're best friends, and we do a lot of stuff together. So,
and
That-
we
that
started
is-
as a cover band, and I feel like if we just started writing songs right away, we might sound much different. You know, we learned a lot from
yeah,
covering tunes.
we had influences from like the Beatles to Led Zeppelin to
The
Police. Like we have the reggae side, soft rock, and then kind of heavier stuff. It's a nice mix, and like I think it influences us really well. So like we'll go and play a reggae song, but then we can play a harder song and have them sound like both very well.
yeah, we're not confined to one specific genre.
Well, that's always a good thing. I mean, you
Yeah.
know, you always want your music to grow, and the fact that you guys are our best friends, that is always a good thing. Don't let women screw that up. I'll tell you that right now. That's my first bit of advice to you
Thanks,
guys.
dude.
Don't do it.
Yeah, Ben, don't let your mom screw us up.
I'm not meaning that.
She's probably listening right now.
Sorry,
I mean,
Miss
the
Teresa.
band I was in, we had one rule: you didn't mess around with somebody else's girlfriend and or wife in the band. You just did not do it, because that is the
I mean, it makes sense.
that is the. You'd be surprised over the years. I mean, I've started, my first band was in the early '70s, and that is the main thing that breaks up more bands than anything else. The next one is egos. When one person decides, "Oh, I'm better than the rest of those guys," that will screw a band in a heartbeat.
Well, see, I think we're all pretty level-headed, and I think we're pretty humble in general. Like when it comes to like just people complimenting us and stuff. Like we don't get our heads grown too big or anything. We take into consideration what people say, like, "Hey, you guys are awesome" and everything, but I mean, we don't let it go to our heads or anything.
And we
That's a
we
good thing.
definitely love constructive criticism. That's one thing we like,
Definitely.
because we're here to have music for you. Like we want you to have listen to good stuff. You know what I mean? And it's
Yeah.
good to hear from people, especially other musicians, like other ways to play and like how to better ourselves.
And then one thing that we want to do here on this end, not only that, is to give you guys a chance to get your music heard, get it out there, and you guys earned it. At that Battle of the Bands, you earned it. I mean, we were the three of us judges were having a blast up there doing this, because we were told to critique and not to hold back. And I think when you guys were done, because you were the last band on stage, and I was the last judge that got to say something, I said, "Okay, now I get to be the jerk." And I couldn't find anything wrong with you. As much as I tried to pull something out to say, "Okay, this is where you guys need to work," there was nothing there.
Thank you.
And
thank you. We appreciate that.
Matt
That means a
Stoller was
lot.
the same way. It was like, we just can't find anything wrong. You guys have a bright future ahead of you. And as long as you guys keep your heads on straight, which apparently it looks like you guys have it there, you guys are going to go in the right direction.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So-
Ironically enough, I was eating Chinese food the other night, and I got a fortune cookie, and when I opened it, the fortune was "Success is on its way to you," and I thought that was a pretty good.
Awesome.
Oh, David.
And then Ben told me something that I think everyone should know is that luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what this is. We've prepared our songs, and we've practiced them really well. And that Battle of the Bands that we did was our opportunity. And then this is an opportunity, too. Because you never know who's listening to this.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean, that's one thing I had. Hate to say this, but I explained to my ex-wife at a gig one night when she got mad when some girl came up to talk to me. I said, "You never know who her father is. He could be the owner of Capitol Records, and if I'm being a jerk to her, there goes a record deal." So you have to be nice to everybody, no matter how much of an idiot they are. You have to be nice because you never know. And I'm sure you guys saw that at the Battle of the Bands with the one band where they turned their backs to us because they didn't like what we were saying. But that's something that
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it was one of the bands in the middle that
Well,
kind of
that's
did
just
that.
immature.
Yeah, it's also stupid. I mean, you want to, I understand why they did it. It was one of those things where, we're musicians. We're just anti-social or whatever.
Like if you're a band and you're not willing to hear what people say for your improvement, then why even be together? That's my opinion.
Main thing is you want to do it for the love of the music.
Yeah.
And, whether people like your music or not is irrelevant because you will find people that will like whatever you're doing.
I heard something one time. I forget where I heard it, but it said an artist and musician makes music for himself, and if others like it too, then that's a plus.
Mm-hmm.
So
it's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is.
We're not writing songs for anyone else. We're writing them for ourselves, and people seem to like them, so that's a plus.
For the most part.
Yeah, for the most part.
And if you look back at the most successful songs, those songs actually, there's a story behind it. They're not just made up little stories. I mean, well, there's some that are made up stories, but some of your greatest songs that stand the test of time are written for somebody or about somebody.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we got to start doing that. All our songs are about nothing.
No, we got a few.
No.
Not
They're
really.
always
Just
about
played.
the girl.
Not really. I mean, the first guy I ever wrote lyrics with, we got cocky and we actually made a statement to his sister about you give us a song title or a subject, we can write a song about it. I can't say on the air what the first one was. I'll tell you guys that off the air. But the second one was she said, write a love song to a hooker. And we looked at each other like, crap, we don't think that's ever been done. But we ended up writing a song called Night Woman, which ended up being one of our biggest crowd favorites.
Oh, that's awesome.
And it was done as a joke.
Yeah.
So what else you guys got? You got something a little more rocking here now? I think we've done enough talking.
Yeah, this is another slow kind of song. It's called David's Ditty. So enjoy
Let's hear it.
It's very, very Beatles-ish.
All
It
right,
goes
take
like
it
this.
away, David.
When the light is down, I can only hold you for so long till I find someone like you. Take a free ride, watch it go, get a little bit of something else till I find someone like you. Oh, what can I do? I've been with nobody else. Take a free ride, watch it go, get a little bit of something else till I find someone like you. Oh, what can I do? I've been with nobody else. Tell my love I'm going away. Ooh, she is the one I love. She will be by my side. Oh, what can I do? I've been with nobody else. Ooh, 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 take a free ride and watch it go. Get a little bit of something else till I find someone like you. Oh, what can I do? I've been with nobody else. Tell my love I'm going away. Ooh, and she is the one I love. She will be by my side.
All right. You're right. That is Beatleish, man.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thanks.
But then again, I'm a Beatle fan, so what can I say?
Yeah.
Who isn't?
We pull influences from everywhere. And like John Mayer said, he said, it's my failure to sound like my idols which has made me sound like myself. And I think that's like how I base the songs we write. Like we don't try to sound like anyone, but like we write stuff influenced on like the sound of some band. Like I was listening to the Please Please Me album when I came up with the idea for that song, and they really liked it. And I think that's like our own unique way of developing songs and developing our style, is trying to write stuff based on our influences and who we like.
Well, I mean, when you look at it as a songwriter, I kind of think that everything you have ever heard in your life musically will affect you in some way or another, whether it's good or bad. I mean, now, okay, you say the Beatle influence there. On the same token, you may say, you may hear Willie Nelson and say, ugh, oh no. But that influences you because you stay away from it, which is still an influence.
Yeah.
In a way. But, yeah, I mean, when you look back at it in rock, I think almost everything goes back through the Beatles in some way or another, but it also goes back to Chuck Berry. So, and that's way before your time, but I'm sure you guys have probably played some Chuck Berry tunes, Roll Over Beethoven or whatever, because I know most garage bands learn those 3-chord ditties real quick because they're simple. But, so when you guys first started and you were doing covers, what kind of cover songs?
Well, we would do a lot of Green Day because when we first started, I mean, we were still learning our instruments, Like I was just playing power chords and
I only played bass because nobody else did.
right. So he just picked the bass up when we started playing. So
Okay, so he's now Paul McCartney.
I mean, I guess.
So
So yeah, we would play like Green Day, Nirvana.
We were pretty heavy, like into grunge, like
Yeah.
we
Pearl
thought.
Jam, Nirvana.
I don't think if someone told us like 5 years ago that we would be playing the music we were playing today,
We'd laugh.
I'd probably laugh
And it's probably going to change
in the future.
coming up, so.
Yeah, we had one song. I forget what it was called. But
Crumbles to dust.
Yeah. and like, oh no, Sweet Somber.
Oh God.
Where there's one part that I always laugh at now looking back on it because it goes, be set free by my hand. And it's just
so
funny
bad.
to look back on it now and like we're playing like stuff with pretty chords and like, and then we were like back then we were going like, you know what I mean?
You're trying to knock walls down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure most of your practices, you had, 4 or 5 friends over there, egging you on. And it's like, then you're performing instead of practicing.
Yeah, we did a
Yeah.
few like basement shows, I guess,
Mhm.
like where people would just gather around and we'd turn everything around the face, like the bigger part of the basement, and people would just stand there and
We'd try to impress them, but
Didn't work.
Well,
it
see,
didn't work too well.
that was my band for 10 years in the 90s. We try to have a serious practice, and all of a sudden there's 20 people there, and they're all around the keg. It's like, oh, well, forget that. There we go.
yeah, we were playing one time in his basement, and I had my bass cabinet like up against the wall, and a few of Reed's cousins were sitting near it, and I was like, well, I better play good so they don't think that I suck, because they're gonna hear any mistake that I make on bass. So
But if
Just
they're not
a fun
musicians,
little
they're not going to know.
yeah, seriously.
I know that the first gig I ever played in high school, there were 3 guys that stood in front watching me the whole time. And it was like, I'm up there, I'm 15 years old, scared to death, going like, oh man, 2 of them were drummers in the high school band with me. I'm like, oh crap, here we go, And then one guy's like, oh, let me play. And I'm like, dude, you've never played on a set in your life.
Yeah.
No. Sorry.
Yeah, that like the first gig that Ben and I actually did, we didn't do it together, but we played at the same place. We went to a private school called St. John's, and we played at their talent show. And I played with my friend Johnny, and we had written a song like we went through kind of like a Christian phase where we wrote like Christian kind of songs. And we wrote a song called Death Is Not the End, like kind of being like, death is not the end. Like, there's always a brighter side to things, and the words were not sugar coated, like to suit like a middle school type of event.
Gotcha.
And they told us to change the words, and I was like, all right. And then, but secretly, I wasn't going to change the words. And so the day of the talent show, while we're performing, they turned the vocals down, so like you could barely hear it. So like, there's about 30 seconds of the song that you can hear, and then the rest you can't hear the vocals at all. So that was how our first gig went. And
see, now we know who the troublemaker in the band is. Okay, he's the Paul McCartney because he switched to bass. He's the Jim Morrison, because Jim Morrison, when they played the Ed Sullivan Show, they were told to change one of the lines in the song "Light My Fire," where they weren't allowed to use the word "higher," and they went on and they sang it like on the record. And Ed Sullivan said, "You guys will never be back." And Jim Morrison said, "That's all right. We already did your show." So right there's your troublemaker.
You got to stick it to the man, You
got to hold your ground, man. And that's what it all. It all comes down to censorship. Then,
the thing about music is you got to step on a few toes along the way, or else you're the one that's going to get stepped on.
Well, I mean, yes and no. I mean, there's times you do have to compromise.
Yeah.
Like with your record company, if you ever get a deal, something like that. But you don't give up the store just to get the record deal either.
Yeah.
You want to hold on to creative control as much as possible. So what else you got creatively here?
Next one we're going to play is called Love Jam Roll 1. So enjoy.
Yeah. It's about a love experience gone wrong. It's really over. You had your chance, and everything I could have done is still in my hands. But oh, my baby, we'll keep trying to make love. Oh, we were lying hand in hand. Mabel came running in and watched us strand. Oh, but my baby, nothing could stop our love jam. Ben O'Brien on guitar. Out and in, our love went, and the time spent to get you there was overspent. And in the end, with love incomplete, oh, we'll never stop trying. No admitting defeat. Oh, but my baby, we'll keep trying to make love. Oh, ooh. Well, I could hear you moaning, man, it wasn't showing. How can this love jam roll on without a heart on? Really got me going, man, it wasn't showing. You really got me going. You really had me rolling. You really got me going. You really had me rolling. You really got me going. You really had me rolling. You really had me going. You really got me going. You really had me rolling. You really got me going. Now everybody's rolling. Now everybody's rolling. You keep railing.
You really had me going, but it was not showing. How would this love jam roll on without a heart on? It really had me going, but it was not going.
You keep railing.
You really had me going, but it was not showing. How would this love jam roll on without a heart on? It really left me going, but it was not showing.
Nice.
Thank you.
Another nice one there. All right, hey, the band here is called Foggy May. They're from Carroll County, Maryland, a local band, up-and-coming band, I think. I think you guys got a lot of potential, man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We appreciate that.
Now, do you guys have any idea when you're supposed to go in the studio with Todd?
Hopefully in the next month or so. We've got some new tunes ready to record, so definitely look out for those demos.
Yeah.
And you guys got, what, 8 hours studio time?
Yeah.
Yep.
Be prepared.
Oh yeah.
We will. We always are whenever we go into the studio.
Well, we hope to get everything down within 3 tracks, and so we get the maximum amount of songs out there, because we have a few songs that we'd like to record, but we need the time and the money. We are not very wealthy people.
That's the way it is for most musicians, man.
Reed said something very true last night, because he was looking at drum kits and I was looking at basses on this one app that I have, and I was like, yeah, instruments are so expensive, and he was like, yeah, and the people that play them aren't necessarily the wealthiest people either.
Yeah. Sometimes you got to fall into deals.
Yeah.
I mean, I played on a $200 kit. Now, this was back in '73 when I got my first kit. It was a $200 Japanese drum set.
Mm.
And I played on that for years until the band I was in, their former drummer, needed rent money. And I pulled off of an 8-piece Slingerland complete with Zildjian and pace cymbals for $800.
Dang.
It was worth about $2,000 at the time. I'm like, yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah,
You know.
pretty much everything I've used is all like hand-me-down stuff. Like these guitars are my mom's guitars.
We're playing on some old instruments right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, classic Ovations, man, are nice.
Oh yeah.
They got a sound to them.
Oh yeah.
You know, not everybody can afford to buy a Martin.
Yeah. I've played like $4,000 Martins at Guitar Center, and that Ovation right there still is the best feeling guitar I've ever played.
It's been broken in, man.
Mm-hmm.
Be careful what you say about Martins. I have a cousin that works there.
Oh.
And no, he can't get a discount either.
No, I'm not mocking Martin at all.
No, I know. I'm just busting your chops.
Yeah.
So now I got to bring the drummer in here a little bit because, you know, you guitar players, you always get the spotlight and, you do all the talking. What kind of kit you got?
I have a Pearl Export Series. I got it from my dad's friend. It was like $700. I split it down the middle with my parents, so like I paid half, they paid half, but they probably ended up paying more than half, and I probably ended up paying less.
That's a drummer.
And yeah, it's pretty nice. I like it. My uncle got me some heads a few months ago for that. My uncle plays drums too. He's a cool guy. He hooks me up with a lot of things. Thanks, Uncle Marshall. And yeah, but before I had that, I was playing my dad's drums, another hand-me-down kit. It's not a hand-me-down. It was his nice kit, but like, you know, you want your own stuff that you can like, you can set it up how you want it. That was Meridian Mapex kit.
Okay.
It's pretty nice. It's like a purple and it's like a dark purple and it fades to lighter purple as it goes out on the shell. It's sick. But yeah, I like my drums. I really want a DW kit, but who doesn't? You know what I mean?
I've always wanted a set of Ludwigs.
Oh yeah, I bet.
I mean,
They're
that's
nice.
top
Yeah.
of the line in drums, man. Phase R11. If you ever find an old Ludwig catalog, check out the Phase R11.
All
That thing
right,
is like,
I will, man.
that's sick. You know, but all right, so we got the drummer in here now. So what made you decide to play? Well, okay, we already go back to you with preschool playing pots and pans.
Yeah. Well, like my whole life, I've just like had a drum set in my basement, and my dad and his brothers, like they grew up playing drums, and like ever since I was like out of the womb, they just set me up on a kit, and like I'd hold sticks and hit like an idiot, but I really got started in probably 5th grade. I'd go down in the basement, put headphones on, listen to Steve Miller Band, and play along with that. I couldn't really play it, but I thought I could. And like my dad would come down and be like, "You're not playing that right, you know." And he'd get on the kit.
He still does that.
He'd get on the
Hey,
kit.
so?
He'd get on the kit and show me what's up. But I think I could take him now. Maybe.
Whoa.
Oh,
You hear
no,
that, Dad? If
no,
you're
no,
listening
no.
out there.
No.
Challenge in the air.
Next pig roast.
The older drummer has the experience.
Yeah.
He'll wipe your ass.
Yeah. He taught me everything I know, I guess.
I mean, I have to say I did the same thing. I mean, when I wanted a drum, I wanted to get a marching drum for the band.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother, who bought the kit for me, got talked into a drum set. She brought it home and gave it to me. I said, I don't know how the hell to play that. And I learned by throwing, I was even worse than you. I threw a Santana album on.
Oh, wow.
And I tried, Evil Ways was the song. And I tried and played and played and played and played. I'm like, why can't I get this? And about 6 months later, I guess, I was watching a TV show called Midnight Special. They were on, and they had 3 freaking drummers. I'm like, no wonder I can't play at all. I got 2 of them, but I can't get the 3rd one.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, man. I mean, I know a lot of musicians back in the day in the 70s, that's how people learned how to play. You threw the album on and you played with it. You figured it out. So
Yeah, I was doing Take the Money and Run. So
not one of the easier ones
yeah,
to
not
start
the
with.
easiest.
It's like trying to learn how to play drums by picking up Black Dog first for
Yeah.
rock and roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, Ben, you've been quiet now. Time to get you on here. Hey, here we go. Oh, not one of these one-word answer guys.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Well, let's hear your story about playing guitar. What made
Okay.
you decide to pick it up?
Well,
And if
One
you
of
say
my-
chicks, I'm going to hit you.
definitely not.
No.
No,
He's
my
in it for
mom.
the men.
Yeah. No, my mom's coworker would. He showed me a few chords, and then now I take lessons from this guy Sam White. He's great. He plays in a band called Dave DeMarco Band, and he's a great teacher, and I've learned a lot from him. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. Don't have too much history with the guitar. I've been playing for about 6 years now. So
But what made you decide to play?
Guitar Hero. Gonna be honest, I started
Okay.
on Guitar Hero.
Hey,
So I love that game.
We used
My
to-
mom sold it, but I wish I still had
Hey,
it.
I'm the same way. I played Guitar Hero Metallica, and I was like, like I would see like the cool guitar stuff on there that would be like on the Guitar Hero guitar on the screen, and I'd be like, I want to actually do that.
We used to take a like half an hour break from like real band practice, and we called it fake band.
And did
we'd go
Guitar
play-
Hero.
We'd go play Rock Band and Guitar Hero for like half an hour or so. It was always more fun because you felt famous with like you got a crowd watching you, you know, in that little video game.
Actually, when I was like 11 years old, I got Guitar Hero 3, and I know what Reed's talking about because I felt at a certain point like I was Slash, and my dad had this like long black curly hair wig, and I would wear it around the house, and like
You
have
sign any autographs?
no, I'd
Just
have
put
the
a line.
guitar like around my back, and I'd walk around like all cool and stuff, and I felt so awesome.
Thank God he doesn't do that anymore. Seriously.
You don't know what I do in my spare time.
That's true.
Yeah, you never know, man. One of the bands I played in was a Grateful Dead cover band, and our bass player used to wear the fake dreadlocks.
Oh, really?
We've
And
gone
it's
through
like,
some
dude,
weeks.
we're a Grateful Dead band. Dreadlocks, man, come on. You know, from a white guy, big, heavy-set white guy. Yeah, okay.
We used to. There was this one time we found some wigs in my house. We went out to the pond. This was a winter day. The video's on one of our Facebook pages. But what happened was we blew up this inner tube. We put on some wigs. We went out to my pond with a big inner tube that
This
we
was
just
like
blew
in the
up.
middle of February.
Yeah. Big inner tube and a snow shovel. Ben decides to get out on the inner tube and paddle out to the middle of my pond using the snow shovel. And the wind
Bad decision.
the wind blew him into the side where like all these trees are. And so he couldn't get out. He was probably like 10 feet from the shore. So he climbed up onto this stick and he's on it. And we were like screaming at him and throwing stuff at him. I threw a few cattails.
Oh, that's real nice. Throw stuff at the guy.
I needed help, and they were making it worse.
Typical band, yes.
And he tries to take one more step up the bridge, and the stick that he was on, it snapped, and he did this little run in the air, and then he belly flopped into the water.
And somehow his wig got caught on the tree.
Nice.
That
That's
was the
crazy.
great
And then I
reminder.
hightailed it back to Reed's
He was
house.
like,
Yeah, all we heard was, "Whoa, I'm so cold."
it didn't go quite like that. But
And then,
yeah.
Yeah, I'm
and we-
sure it did.
And then we came back to Reed's house, and Ben was just sitting in Reed's living room in his boxers with a blanket on, just shivering.
It wasn't fun, man.
I bet. I mean, that's one of the fun things about being in a band is you get all these stories and stuff that's behind the scenes, or something that happens on stage. We had our guitar player when we first started the band. He was in his mid-30s, and he was missing like the four front teeth on the top, so he had a bridge there. Well, we're playing a gig, and he's just rocking away, having a good old time. He was our lead guitar player, and we got a little carried away, decided he was going to be the reincarnation of Jimi Hendrix and play with his teeth.
Oh,
Well,
I can only imagine.
Yeah. When he pulled the guitar away and went down, the teeth were stuck in the strings. I mean, the crowd cracked up. We ended up just stopping the song because we all just started laughing. I dropped drumsticks, was just back there cracking up. And it was just the funniest thing watching him trying to pull his teeth out of the guitar strings. Wow. He said, don't do that
That's
again.
hysterical. Yeah, just recently we played at the Ellicott City Music Festival in Ellicott City, right on Main Street. And we were in the middle of playing Foxy Lady, and my strap just broke. Like, it tore. And so I played, or attempted to play the rest of the song holding the guitar, like, on my stomach, and then it just got to a point where I was holding it vertically and just, like, slapping the strings with my hand, hoping to hit the right notes, but it was pretty disastrous. And then they tried to tell me to sit on a chair for the rest of the show.
But we did get a strap from another band, so it all worked.
Yeah, we are Stone Mason.
Yeah, thanks for lending me your guitar strap.
All
If
right,
you're
well,
listening.
how about some more music then?
All right. This one's
Oh,
called...
he's breaking the conga out. Now he's getting serious.
Oh, yeah.
He's over here playing, what do you call that, a drum box?
It's a cajon,
A cajon.
lended to me by my friend George Turner. Thanks, dude, if you're listening.
Basically, it's a box. He's using it for a drum kit. It's pretty cool.
It's got
And
a
it-
snare, bass, and then I got some cymbals. And then,
Yeah, I see you tore down a cymbal stand and rearranged it.
yeah.
Make it shorter for you since you're sitting on your cajon, and then of course you got your conga.
And then this maraca,
Yeah.
It's wrapped in a headband.
wrapped in 2 headbands and a paper towel, I think, to dampen the
Gee,
sound.
if I'd have known that, I would have brought you in one of my cowbells.
Yeah.
All right, what do you guys got to play?
Here we go. This one's called Cracked Coconut.
It's a nice another reggae tune for you. Living it up one step at a time. And then a step 2, then you follow me behind. And then 3 more, then you're walking out the door. And I'll never leave you more and more. Whoa.
17 miles away again, walking out the door. 17 miles away again. 17 miles away again, walking out the door. 17 miles away again.
Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. And I'm more cracking than the rest. Living it up one step at a time. Beaching it up, hanging around a Corona in my lime.
See an Indian and I'm walking on the trail of tears. Living my life, brown and red, I got a feather in my ear. I see a buffalo, an antelope, a tiger and a boar, and I'll never leave you more and more.
Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. Now I'm more cracking than the rest. Whoa.
17 miles away again, walking out the door.
Whoa.
17 miles away again.
Whoa.
17 miles away again, walking out the door.
Whoa.
17 miles away again.
Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. Cracked coconut is what you are. Now I'm more cracking than the rest. Here we go.
All right, nice.
Thank you.
That was different.
Thank you.
At least the background vocals over here.
Yeah, actually, Reed
It's Reed's part, but
Reed usually plays it, but he couldn't do that part while playing a paradiddle, so I had to step up to the plate. So
Oh, there you go.
there we go.
Oh, you guys done now?
Oh no, we got one more. See, he plays guitar on this, on
Yeah.
6-string on this one.
We just snap.
I see.
Snapping maracas.
yeah.
I see how it is now. You're going to put him to work.
Yeah, I mean,
He is the punk
I'm gonna be snapping, so. I mean,
Yeah. He's got his work cut out for him.
yeah.
All
I
righty.
can
Well,
snap with both hands. So.
all right, what's this song about now?
Actually, interesting story about this. Last year in high school, I was in this class called AP Statistics, which I finished strong with a 9% because I didn't understand it at all.
Because he never showed up.
Because I used to skip class and go in the auditorium and just play guitar. And this is a song I wrote during one of those days that I skipped. And it's called Papers and Pens. It goes like this. It's kind of got a Jack Johnson feel to it. Sitting on the corner, watching the world spinning round and round. You don't care about papers and pens, you should know me by now. When the school bell starts ringing, you begin to sing, and so the world can hear. You don't care about papers and pens, you should know me by now. I won't talk about it, nobody listens anyways. You won't care about it, nobody ever does anyways. Trying to leave me, but don't you believe me? I'm trying to live free. You're trying to leave me, but don't you believe me? I'm trying to live free. I'm trying to live free. I'm trying to live free. When the school bell starts ringing, I begin my singing so the world can hear. I don't care about papers and pens, you should know me by now. I won't talk about it, nobody listens anyways. You won't care about it, nobody ever does anyways. Trying to leave me, but don't you believe me? I'm trying to live free. You're trying to leave me, but don't you believe me? I'm trying to live free. 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 Whoa.
Nice.
Yeah,
Now, how old are you?
Song. 18.
And you wrote that?
Yeah.
I hate you.
Glad he's on my team.
Yeah, really, man. You guys, for 18, 19 years old, you guys write some really good music, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Think you have a pretty bright future ahead of you.
Thank you.
Don't give up.
No,
We won't.
We're not.
Definitely not.
We've got that vision locked and loaded. We've got the visors on our eyes. We're dead set. You know?
As long as you know what your goal is, you don't have to have the visors on, but as long as you know what your goal is and you work towards it.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We're taking one thing at a time.
Yeah, speaking of upcoming shows, we're playing at Shockwave Records in Parkville on October 4th. And then October 12th, we're playing another Battle of the Bands at the Auto Bar. So,
In Baltimore.
yeah.
If you know us, see us for tickets.
Yeah.
They're $10.
All right. I mean, we're coming up to the top of the hour here. We still have a few more minutes, but you got that, throw that plug out right away. You got that down pat, man.
Oh.
It's like you're a pro at this.
It's my first radio interview, man. I don't know. I guess I'm a natural.
Well, you guys, it's funny because I've had people in here, that I've talked to and that are nervous as hell. And it's like, but when they play, it's like, they relax. But other than that, they're all nervous. It's like, you guys are like old hats at this.
Thank you.
We don't focus on like the nervous aspect of it, like
It's weird.
we don't try and overthink it.
Well, you can't. I mean, you just do what you do. That's all.
Yeah.
And hope for the best. And you guys do realize that this is going around the world too.
Oh, that's sick.
Nice.
This is not
First
just.
Hope you
worldwide
guys dig it.
broadcast.
This is not just your local radio station going out 12 blocks.
Yeah.
That's
That's
cool.
awesome.
So,
Thanks for having us here,
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, thank you so much.
hey,
Thanks for
no
all your
problem,
help
man.
and
I mean, you
all your
guys,
encouragement.
you guys deserved it from what you did. At the Battle of the Bands, you won it. You guys came out. You're fantastic, and it blew me away. You guys were that good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It was a fun show, definitely.
I mean, I expected to see some decent bands, but they were saying like, oh, they're all School of Rock and they're all high school kids. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going to get blasted with all this, how can I say this, rap and stuff like that, and the music is going to top 40 kind of stuff that's been happening the last 10 years or so. That's why I kind of figured I was going to hear, but it was like, other than the punk band, everybody was doing stuff all over the place.
Yeah.
And some bands did it really well, some didn't, and you guys were just, you blew us away up there, the three judges.
Thank you. Yeah, I think one of the judges, the bald guy, we've played with him and his band Third Pearl before.
Okay,
so,
yeah.
He knew us and he recognized us. So I hope that didn't influence his opinion or anything. But
no, I mean he's been around long enough. I mean I just met him that day, but talking to him, and I've known Todd for a while. We knew what we had to do up there. And there was no, okay, I know him, so I'm going to, I'll give him a 10 this time, No, there was none of that.
Well, and see, like, it's nice that you guys weren't just there to judge and, like, nobody heard anything. It's nice that you guys actually gave feedback to everyone because, like, how are you supposed to know your flaws and improve if everybody is too afraid to tell you, hey, you guys need to work on this guitar part, or you need to work on this melody, or change the melody, or that bass line needs to be more melodic or something. There's no room for improvement, and you're not going to know what you need to improve on unless other people are telling you.
I mean, it's one thing, as a judge, when you're sitting there and you're listening to them, you say, okay, well, hey, you guys are great vocals, great guitar work, great drumming, blah blah blah, and all that, but you don't learn anything from that. It's when we start nitpicking and saying, there was a few of them. There was one female singer, really good.
Oh, yeah.
One of the things I said was, stop the screaming. Don't scream. Sing. You can do it. You've got the voice.
Even if they don't, feel that that's helping them now, in the long run it will, because they'll take, even if they don't, agree with it, they will take into account what you say. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, one of the things I did was in between the bands and that, I went backstage and talked to everybody, or at least tried to. And I told her, I said, you got a great voice. I mean, you're like a combination of Pat Benatar and Ann Wilson from Heart. Stop screaming. Let your voice come out. Let the singing come out.
Simpler is better, I would much rather listen to, Karen Carpenter than listen to, Mariah Carey go, all over the place,
I know what you mean.
Simpler is better,
How'd that go again?
I cannot say that.
I'm recording it, so we'll play it back for him then later.
Sounds good.
Simpler.
When you guys make
better.
it big and you come back 10 years from now with your multi-platinum records, then we'll pull this out of the vault and say, hey, remember this?
Now I was talking about...
Oh, that? I thought you were talking about how I messed up Simpler.
No. He's a drunk. I understand him. I knew right where he was going. All right. So, you guys got one more song before you head out the door, or what?
We didn't plan on it, but we can throw Bluebird in there. You want to?
Let's see how good you guys really are. Put you on the spot.
All right, we didn't really have time to work out the harmonies or anything.
I'm not going to do that first. I'll just do the...
Oh, he did the ooh thing. You can do all you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Late at night when the wind is still, I'll come flying through your door, and you'll know what love is for. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. Touch your lips with a magic kiss, and you'll be a bluebird too. And you'll know what love can do. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird, bluebird. All alone on a desert island, we living in the trees. and we're flying in the breeze. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. You're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, you're a bluebird, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird. Ooh, ooh, at last we will be free. Bluebird, you and me. At last we will be free. Oh, bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird, bluebird, oh no. Bluebird, bluebird.
I got to give you credit for that. I thought you guys were going to do an original called Bluebird and pulling that one out.
Oh.
Now, I mean, talk about pulling out a McCartney tune and a deep cut from Band on the Run. That would be, I would consider that a very eclectic.
Thank you.
Because nobody would do that. I like that.
I don't know what that means, but I'll take it as
In other words, it's not what.
college.
Put it this way.
expect.
What I mean by that is, if somebody was going to pull a song off of the Band on the Run album, you got Hell on Wheels, Jet, or Band on the Run. If you're going to play a deep cut, most people would probably go to Let Me Roll It or 1985. Not Bluebird.
But Bluebird, man.
That's
Such a chill
tune.
song.
It is. All right, so now, if anybody out there, they've never heard you before, this is the band Foggy May, where can they find you?
You can check us out on Facebook. We just got an Instagram. We're on YouTube. And we're looking to record these demos soon, so look out for those.
We'll probably be giving them away for free,
Well, one of them better be coming up this way.
Oh, it will. Absolutely. We'll mail it to you.
Sounds like a plan.
and our
Or we'll
Instagram-
hand deliver it to you.
Well, hey, personally, what I'd rather see you guys do is when you get done with the studio, bring it up here. We'll do this again.
All right.
All right,
be
sweet.
awesome.
We
Let's
can
do
put
it.
some more tunes.
And hopefully we'll have the downstairs ready where we can have it set up and have a full band electric the whole 9 yards.
Oh, that'd be
dang,
awesome.
That'd be nice.
Then you can rock.
Sweet. Yeah.
Should be.
But yeah, just follow us on Facebook. Just type in Foggy May on Google or Yahoo or
It'll come
whatever
up.
search engine.
Not-
It'll come up.
Not many bands are named Foggy May. So
Yeah.
All right, well, that leads to a question. How'd you guys come up with the name?
Well,
Desperation.
we
We
really
needed a
just
page.
settled on it. It has no meaning. I used to hate it.
I hate it still.
I still hate it. But it's
And we're
about the
gonna hate it
music,
forever.
really. Like, I guess the name doesn't quite matter too much as long
And
as
you know
we're
it's unique. It's
jamming.
not like Fire and Stone or
Yeah.
or Poster Boys or something. I don't
Those are
know.
unique names.
Poster
What?
Boys, dude. That's a
Fire
good one.
and
All right,
Stone?
name change. Poster Boys.
No.
Stick with Foggy May.
All right, thanks.
The name Poster Boys, I feel like I'm getting up there with a Justin Timberlake headset mic and singing.
Wait, I can't hear out of this ear.
No, I'm not doing it again.
All right, well, I appreciate you guys coming by. Thanks a lot. Like I say, when you guys get done with the studio, stop back in and let everybody hear what it sounds like when you have the full-blown band electrified.
Yeah, we're constantly updating. We're constantly posting updates for shows and stuff on Instagram.
It's our Instagram name is Foggy May Music.
Yeah,
You gotta add the music in there, or you might not be able to find it, or you might. I don't know.
yeah. Well, we're constantly posting updates on our upcoming shows on our Facebook and Instagram. So, and we're trying to get a Twitter together for because I know that's another popular social media thing. But yeah, we have those two set up now, and if anyone out there is listening and needs a band to fill an opening slot, we're definitely available.
And be a good band to do it, too, because, like I say, now what you've heard here in the last hour was these guys playing acoustically, which they kind of got put on the spot to do it acoustically.
Right.
And only because you see how big the room is here, okay? It's like 10 by 5. It's kind of hard to put a full band in here. But trust me when I say when these guys, you see them on stage, fully electric, they are awesome. So, and don't let their age fool you. These guys are good. All right. Well, appreciate you guys being in here, man. We'll see you again, hopefully within a couple months when you're done with the recording deal, and we'll go from there. And good luck with your career.
Sounds good.
Great.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
having
so
us.
much, Mike.
No problem, man. All right, let's get back to it here. This is Classic Rock the Vault. Coming up, I've got Moody Blues, Three Dog Night, live cut, the Hollies. I'm going to kick it off with John Lennon and Number 9 Dream right here on Classic Rock the Vault.